And so we're back with ICO, probably for like the third time on my channel, or second at least. This time is the HD collection. I need to record some stuff for the New Game Plus, and I thought may as well. PS3, are you doing okay? Do you need to take a 5? Okay, there we go. It was the capture device. So, I've actually just beaten the regular playthrough of ICO, and there is some... hello there. There is some New Game Plus stuff that I need to also get on the recording. I don't need to record the whole playthrough. It's just that I need the subtitles for the cutscenes, as well as I'm just going to make it a little bit easier for myself. Full screen preview, LG, there we go, that's much better. Yeah, I don't need to go through the entire, well, I don't need to have a recording of the entire game. Yeah, I like ICO a lot. Though, honestly, after playing through the HD collection, I'm like, this version of the game is like not great. Like this is considered to be one of the best of these HD collections. But yeah, if you get into the details, it's not actually that good. But you know, we'll get to it. But yeah, ICO is one of my favorite games of all time. There is just something timelessly special about it. So yeah, I believe we need to continue, and I have this finished save file. And it starts us off right over here. Now, the whole point of the New Game Plus save file is that it actually adds subtitles to the squiggly weird language that they use in some of the cutscenes. Another thing about the New Game Plus file is that it changes the secret weapon you can get in this game, as well as unlocking a certain alternate ending. And I actually never knew about the alternate ending thing. But yeah, one thing I had some trouble with before, for example, when I was recording this, on some weird occasions in the PlayStation 3 version, the sound cuts off, like the looping of the samples it just doesn't work correctly. And one other thing that I noticed, which was very, very bizarre, is that there is the graphics for the game over screen. If the white girl gets captured, it just glitched, completely glitched. I have no idea how they didn't catch this. Especially since I'm not even playing this game in any bizarre way. I'm just playing it off of the Blu-ray disc, off of a stock PlayStation 3. There is no emulation involved here, so that sort of thing shouldn't be happening. Yeah, the little horny boy has to save white girl princess. That's what the game is about. And there's a bunch of horny black guys chasing after her. It's the beautiful timeless story of ICO. I'm going to lower the volume just a tiny bit. It's very hard to tell like how loud this game is because a lot of the noise is like very low, booming and humming noises. So it always appears very high on the thingamajig, on the peaks. Yeah, it was in development for like an eternity, and you can definitely tell based off of even the fact that on the PlayStation 2 it ran at like 240p, which was not completely unheard of at the time, but it was certainly bizarre. But yeah, good evening to you too. But there are some things in the the way that the HD collection has upgraded ICO in particular, in my opinion, is a little bit weird in places. It's not something that you would notice without putting the PS2 version and the PS3 version side by side. But for example, for a lot of the wall textures, like what you see here, they just made the tiles, like they put the tiles, how would I put it? They put twice as many tiles in the same amount of space. So in this version, you can very easily see just like how often those repeat. You know, it's that 1999 PC game effect where like if you put high texture, it just puts more of the same texture tile next to each other. You kind of get that here. It's nowhere as bad as, say, playing Deus Ex and noticing it, but yeah, it's like you can very clearly see how often these repeat. Like there's a very similar one, very close to one another. Yeah, the textures are very low poly. In the PlayStation 2 version, there is even a couple instances of like some weird leftover. There is still some weird leftover, not in this version, but on the PlayStation 2, there is one particular room where they just did either the textures were glitched or something like that, but they just straight up look like what they would have probably looked like on the PlayStation 1. But yeah, one of the things that I didn't particularly like about how they changed this game is they made the bloom a lot less intensive, which it may have just been a thing of the times, because at around the time when this collection got released, people, like, Bloom was associated with, like people were kind of sick of it, because it was in every single game, and it was used, like, very, very heavily. So for the collection of the game that literally introduced or, like, popularized the effect, they almost completely removed it, honestly, which I find it bizarre. Like, it does give you a cleaner look of these very low resolution textures that are tiled very closely to one another. But you know, just how the cookie crumbles. I should actually get some comparison shots sometime, because I may actually need to re-record the, open it. I may actually need to re-record the PS2 version of this as well. You know, may as well do it while it's still fresh in my mind, and I don't forget how to do the freaking waterfall puzzle. Also, this child can survive almost any fall unless the story says no. But yeah, let me just see for... just to make sure. Full pixel mode. Oh yeah. Weird thing about the PlayStation 3 version, you can play it with, like, freaking underscan. Why would you have underscan? Why would you have underscan in this day and age when this was released? There is an option for underscan. And the funnier thing is, in the attract mode, they actually show the attract mode only with the underscan. Oh yeah, and here you can change the number of players, because on New Game Plus, what we're doing right now, you can actually play as Yorda as well. I'm actually curious, film effect. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so this is like different intensities. I mean, I could see this one being kind of nice to have, but not for video compression. It's not. Yeah, it was one of the extras that were only present in the European version. Same as, like, the secret, like... As far as I know, in the American version, there is no post-credit sequence. the American version is an oddity because despite this game being made by Japan Studios, I mean, essentially it was made in Japan, let's put it that way. It was first released in the US for some reason, with that horrid artwork that looked like... Yeah, so normally that text would be written in squiggles. I always found it funny because both of them speak a made-up language. It's just one of them is more made up than the other, apparently. Yes, the lightsaber. The lightsaber, the extended ending sequence, as well as the secret extended ending sequence. European version is basically the same as the Japanese one, by the way. It's not so much that the European version is an extended edition, it's the actual finished version, and the US version is just very unfinished. It's such a bizarre thing to do with a game that was in development for 5 years already. It's like... You may as well just wait at that point. Get up here, girl. Yeah, that was basically the case. Like, what it is, what happens with those versions is that they have a bit more time. I played this game a bunch. I really like it. It's fun. Okay, I'm gonna keep that one safe, and I'll just keep using this one for now. Yeah, the sad thing about Japan Studios, like... You can see here there's a statue of a horned boy. Yeah, like the thing that happened with a lot of these Japanese games that get released in Europe is they get extra time to like add stuff, and so as a result, a lot of the times it just ends up being the most complete or like the most bug-free version of the game, unless it's a game released by Atlas. Unless it's a game released by Atlas where the European version is barely functional, if functional at all. Weird how that works. So these little, like, spider-like shadows, they can't actually harm either you or Yorda. They serve more like distraction. But yeah, another unknown example of this is actually Star Ocean 2 and 3. Where, like... Well, Star Ocean 3 is pretty infamous for being very, very rough in general, but the European version is the most bug-free. And also, hilariously, Star Ocean 2 which I didn't even know it had a European release, but apparently it does. And in that version, they actually like added some extra features and removed some bugs. Although the bug where the game will just randomly crush in the super dungeon, yeah, that one's still there. So the safe sofa, we can't use it unless Yorda also joins us on the sofa. That's why it's important. It only works when she joins you, and also she will not sit down on the sofa unless well, if there is enemies around. She just won't do it. A lot of the times you can actually skip the shadows, because they won't follow you past the room they spawn in. Also, ICO does not have a health bar, but like he is restricted by whenever he falls down, he needs some time to get up, and it takes a pretty long while. You can mash buttons in order to make him get up faster, but that is basically your only restriction. A game over happens if they happen to bring her to the portal and you wait too long to rescue her. Also, a game over can happen when you fall off into the abyss. Oh, see, there is still one more, so she wouldn't want to sit down. The starting weapon is pretty awful. It takes way too many hits. It takes way too many hits to kill anything. And also, one other important thing to know is, while you can leave Yorda behind for a moment in another room, yeah, don't let her stay alone for too long, because even if there aren't any enemies in there, just like in general, they will spawn if you leave her alone. They will spawn, but they thankfully give you a warning whenever that happens. And yeah, it's like you really need to just like leave her alone for a very long time for that to cause a game over. Not that it's entirely impossible, because there is one section in particular where it's very easy to just forget to bring her along because she doesn't really serve any purpose there. And it's way easier to get there all by yourself. Okay, I want to see if I can get past this section. Nope. This is probably like literally the hardest part of the game. these... like this enemy encounter, because it's very, very easy to fall off here. The ideal way to do this is to just stay up here and fight all of them off. Thankfully, once you give her a hand, she will pull herself out of it. So you don't need to pull her the whole time. And she does make an attempt to run away from the bad guys. And that she's very good at it, but that's why she has us. See what I mean about this taking too many hits? Also, why was I doing just like one hit? One hit per combo. It was like combo canceling the whole time. But yeah, I found that the most effective of all of your attacks is the one that you do just by doing a jump and then following up. Although it's a little bit awkward to actually land it. But it allows you to do essentially a 4-hit combo. She will basically automatically follow you anywhere, though, and otherwise you have a button, which is your hold hands button, as well as yell at her button. And her AI does get pretty confused. About ladders. Ladders are like really weird, and I think I know why they are. Like why the AI gets confused is because I get confused sometimes as well. Because shimmying along the ledges is done from perspective of the camera. So if you keep holding, let's say, to the left or to the right, and the camera shifts, then you will stop walking in that direction. And I think what her AI is trying to do is walk to the ladder, walk up the ladder, or like, she's not trying to walk up the ladder, she's trying to get to you, and your direction isn't always in the same direction as the up of the ladder, if that makes any sense. Also, it seems that sometimes calling her repeatedly while on the ladder can also make her start getting up and down the ladder. Which makes sense, because that just serves a purpose of, I want to get up the ladder or like get down the ladder, and you're in the way. Also, this spot is very mean, because if you fall down, as far as I know, there is no way for you to get back up. So you just need to, but you don't die. So you have to kill yourself afterwards. Oh wait, hold on. I need to get her to the other side. because she can't get over herself, so I need to help her. No, come on, I know you can. She'll usually say, like, she can get over somewhere. Whoa, 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 not what I wanted to do. She'll usually say she can get over somewhere when she really can't get over somewhere, but sometimes it's just like you're... Yeah, you have to have patience, because sometimes she's like, you know, I can't get over there. And then you try a second time and then she's like, yeah, okay. It's like, for example, here, if I try to call her... See? Because she really can't get over here. Overall, the way that they program the AI in this game is pretty impressive for, you know, what was essentially a PlayStation 1 game. I never really... I was never really, like, blocked or couldn't complete something just because she was acting up. Whoopa. So, like, for example, here she can jump over herself, but you need to call her in a specific spot, otherwise she's not gonna do it. Yeah. And one thing that's really, really cool about how this game is put together, which is what made it so, like, so influential at the time, is that at every and any point in the game, you can see a whole bunch, like, you can see basically the entire castle. And you can see the areas you've just been to, or areas that you're going to visit way in the future. Like, for example, here, we were just here. We went over there, we went with the minecart all the way over there, and now we're here. And here in the distance, you can see some other buildings that we'll have to do something with later on. Ooh. In places like this, it's best to actually, like, press and hold circle, and then you can just walk. But this game is nice enough to actually give you a warning before you're going to fall off. Another thing that was also very influential about this, which is less impressive now than it was back in 2001 or 2 or whenever this was released. The animation and the because, like, the animation on the characters is like very spindly. It's not very stiff, not very robot-like, like how it was in most games at the time. Whoopa. Yeah, here you just need to call her over. She can make a jump herself, I think. Or I may be wrong. No, she needs my help. You can make a shortcut back to the place where we actually just came from, but I have no idea what purpose that shortcut actually serves. I don't think you ever need to come back through here. Okay. So here... I may as well leave her up here. There is a source of fire, and that's what we need downstairs. But yeah, one thing I like about the way that this game was put together is that despite the fact that they really wanted to push for realistic, detailed animation, they still made sure that the controls and platforming mechanics were still fun to engage with. Also, if she's close enough to the doors, even if you're not holding hands, she'll get through on her own. I think the idea is they kind of expect you to not hold hands with her at all times, but well, in reality, that's just how it's gonna be. Because she does walk a little bit slow on her own. Now, lighting bombs is a little bit tricky because you just need to stand there, make sure that the bomb is lit, make sure that it's, you know... Okay. Yeah, getting hit by a bomb literally doesn't matter. Hilariously enough. Getting hit by a bomb literally doesn't matter because, as stated before, whenever you get hit, you just go down on the ground and get up after a few moments. It would matter if you happen to, like, I don't know, it would matter if you were lighting a bomb inside of a enemy encounter, but that literally, I don't think there is a single situation where you could do something like that. So here, there is way too many fucking enemies for me to be bothered by it, so we're just going to nuke them all at once. I think this is the intended solution for this. Whenever you do come back here, they are going to respawn, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but what can you do? And here, we're going to implement a similar strategy because there's way too damn many of them. Just be careful to not lose her on the way. I said be careful to not lose her on the way. And bye-bye. On a few occasions, she actually runs ahead of us. Okay, so that was kind of interesting. Though for the most part, most of the new dialogues were kind of exactly what you would have expected there to be. Well, I currently don't really need her, so she can just go around, do her own thing. Like, that's another interesting thing about the way that they put together her AI. If she's not attached to you, she will just like walk around back and forth. Sometimes she will chase birds, stuff like that. But she does try to be, keep up with more or less where you are. Yeah, this is because it's New Game Plus. It's still like that on the HD version. But when you're playing it on New Game Plus, either in the HD version or in the European release, you get the subtitles. But yeah, this is actually the place where on the PlayStation 2 version, all of the textures were very, very, very PS1. Also, I love it whenever you pick up a bomb while holding hands with her. She has to do like a little spin around you. Okay. Just like, there we go. Thankfully, we can also throw bombs. I missed. Yeah, see, like over there. It's so spindly. Now, the disadvantage of throwing bombs is that the fuse is not going to be up top, but that can thankfully easily be fixed. You just pick it up again. But yeah, is the best way to make sure that the bomb actually explodes is to, like, you know, baby it for a little bit and then goes bum. And we're fine. She's fine too. Nothing happened. It's just a bomb. Now this place is also a very nasty encounter. And a place where you can't actually run past anything, really. Because first of all, you need to solve a puzzle in order to get to the next location. You need to solve a puzzle in order to get to the next location, and you also cannot bring her with you to the next room, so it needs to actually be safe. If you press and hold the call button, hold hands, it shows you exactly where she is at the moment. Hiding on the stairs is not a great idea. It's like 90% of the enemies you have to deal with can fly past this point. They probably did this intentionally, so their pathing wouldn't get messed up. There's, I think, only one more encounter in this game where you deal with enemies that can't fly. And that is because they specifically want them to not be able to get to Yorda at that moment. Otherwise, everything has wings. Okay, anybody else? I think there was still... Yeah, like, I see these little douchebags. Thankfully, whenever everything, all of the big ones are defeated, and only the little spiders remain. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. No, that's not what I wanted to do either. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Hold on, I need to wait on this. And you stay there. She's not gonna stay there for long. Yeah, we can ignore these guys. Bye. You stay here. No, I don't believe there was any other media. There just isn't much backstory at all. It's just sort of... What you get here is all there is. Although I think the story was intentionally meant to be very cryptic. Very minimalistic. Actually, I wonder, are they still there? No, they're not. That's another interesting thing. Whenever the enemies are gone, rather no, whenever Yorda is gone from a location, usually you no longer need to worry about enemies being there because they're only there to get her. You're not important. Now, the moment that I step on that, they're going to spawn something, but if you're quick enough, she can actually get her up here. Come on, girl. I'm trying to save your life, for fuck's sake. So yeah, this is literally the only place... The only other, okay, there are two places where you can, where you can still fight enemies that don't have wings. This is another one of them. See, they're just running back and forth. He was actually climbing the ladder. I don't like fighting them because they like to disappear underneath the floor very quickly. And you can't hit them until they decide to creep back up. See? That's like that. And then they uppercut you. Or capture her like that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. Where are you? Damn it. And yes, they can actually punch you off of the... They can actually punch you off of the ladders. which is even more annoying. Okay, knock that one's lights out. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this is like the setting is very like very mysterious and kind of creepy, honestly. And for whatever reason, in the European version, they're like, yeah, ages 3 and up, ages 3 and up. I don't know who was deciding whether this, like, who this game was appropriate to, and I'm not gonna say like there isn't any like profanity or anything like that going on, but this is definitely a little bit too scary for small kids to play, honestly. Especially once you get to the end. Oh no, small kids should be allowed to be fucking depressed too. Okay, so this is a bit of a tricky puzzle. I believe this one is a little bit different in the US version from what I've read. Maybe because they did the camera angles a little bit differently. And I messed it up. I was too early. Also, look at how poorly he swims. Probably never learned how to. Okay, so I need to get in on it when it's like, sort of like that. And then very quickly move on to the edge. And yeah, there we go. And when the camera changes like so. Yeah, I think the problem in the US version is that there is less camera angles. So it's less obvious what you're actually supposed to do. Yeah, the water effects are very 2001. There were already some better water effects at this point. I think in Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, which came out at around the same time. But that game also had like, was also just designed to show off only like a portion of the run of the screen at all times. So they were able to afford a lot more detailed graphics. But yeah, they had like a lot more gelatinous water. This one's like also gelatinous water, but gelatinous water that like stayed in the fridge for a little bit too long. You can count every polygon on it. I wonder, can she get up this edge on her own? I think she can, yeah. Also, interesting little thing. Aside from aside from the save points, you also get checkpoints at each and every single one of these gates. So if I happen to die right now, I would not respawn at the checkpoint. Or rather, no, I would not respawn at the save point, but I would respawn like at that gate animation. For here, it wouldn't matter because both of those are so close to one another. But there are some other situations where it's helpful. Yeah, 2001, we got Final Fantasy X, Silent Hill 2. Yeah, so this is another one of the places where I don't think the enemy, like, yeah, this enemy can actually fly, so no, then never mind. And this guy can also fly too. So they can actually steal her away and like get her to a very inconvenient spot for you to chase after her. And here in this one, there's probably, yeah, okay. The music hasn't... Okay, the music has disappeared now. No, it hasn't. I think there is still one of them. Just like one of the small ones. Just hanging around. Yeah. So this one had me stuck for a while. What you're supposed to do is get in here through the little hole. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. If this game had like archers in it, that would be the end of it. So yeah, you're supposed to leave her here. And she will hold the doors open for you for just long enough that you can climb out of here on this pipe. Get up on it. And now we can use the same exact hole that we used to get up there, get down there, to pick up the girl. But it should trigger like a thingy. There we go. It changes camera angle and then you can pick her up. It does not look like you should be able to do this. And she's also very doubtful about it. Whenever this happens, just like try again. You can do it, girl. I know you can. You've done it in other realities. Please stop embarrassing me and yourself. There we go. Wasn't that hard, was it? Okay, now which way can we leave from here? Oh yeah, right, it's up there. Usually it doesn't take that much effort, honestly. Now, we can't get up to this one, even though I could totally reach it. That's not how you activate it. And there is a way up there that we can't reach either, so the only way is to go down through here. I also always like the way that they arranged the controls for this game, because triangle is, triangle is the button that's up on your controller, so that's for going up or jumping. X is the button that's downwards, and that one is for going down whenever you are on like a ledge or something like this. So for example here, I can drop myself using X. And then you have two buttons that are like your hands, essentially. One for attacking and one for interacting. Which is, square and circle. I think you can change the button configuration, but it always just made sense to me, so I never bothered. I am busy pushing a freaking block. Don't need your help here right now. How did I miss that? Oh yeah, also... Where is he? Where is he? What in the hell happened there? Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, so see here, it didn't bring me back to... the save point brought me back to one of these. Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. I didn't even know there was a... I think the game glitched because it wasn't even showing me where she was. It was just like going upwards. Maybe there is a portal like up there. Could be, but I mean, I've never seen it personally. Maybe that's what happened. That's why the camera was constantly pointing that direction. So I guess there is a reason to not move the box until the... There is a reason not to move the box until the encounter is over, so you can get up there easily. Which I'm pretty sure there was no portal over there. We can confirm that just to make sure. It could also be that, like, if the game glitches out with an enemy that's holding her, it just sort of decides, okay, she's dead now. Because I know that there is 2 portals over here. Like one... I need to do this for science. Is there a portal here? No, I want to know if there... Yeah, there is a portal. Okay, so the game didn't glitch. I just got very unlucky. No, no hugs. I think what it is you do a combo if you push a direction, and you do a singular strike if you're not pushing any direction. That's something to remember. Actually, I was thinking of when I was recording the main run of this, I was thinking maybe I can just skip past this bullshit and just like push the box all the way here and activate the lever. But no, that's actually impossible because one of the portals that spawns is exactly on it's exactly here where you need to push the box. Oh yeah, I need the box again. Oh yeah, let's save this here, because this next section is a little bit tricky. I mean, also it doesn't hurt to save everywhere. Now we can't take her with us. And here, this is the one scenario where they spawn dudes that can't actually fly. It is meant to just scare you, or maybe just like, because this is one of the few situations where you need to leave her for a fairly long amount of time. It's just meant to be there to scare you, you know, about her safety. But, yeah, you don't actually need to fight them at all. It's like over here. And bye. So this one also had me stumped for quite a while. Because you need to push the box up to that place over there. And, I mean, like, when you're first visiting this place, you wouldn't really notice this because it's hidden behind, like, it's hidden behind the trees in most camera angles. So you just, like, you wouldn't notice it there. But yeah, they give you a fairly generous amount of time, so long as you're not completely stumped as to what you're supposed to be doing. She is going to survive until you arrive. But this is one of those places where it's very, very easy to accidentally fall off and kill yourself. More so on PS2 because the graphics are a little bit more blurry, so it's harder to tell where the edges of stairs are. Edges of platforms and whatnot. So yeah, we're back here. She's still there. And just drop yourself a little bit and then swing a little bit. Can't swing that much with this long of a chain. But yeah, you do actually need to swing, because I tried to do this without swinging. Just to be like, oh, can I... Is it just like... It's just completely unnecessary? And no, it is actually necessary. You don't make the jump otherwise. But yeah, here... They sort of make it a context-sensitive thing. Where if you call her up... Yeah, as you can see here, she will just walk up on this platform. Girl, you could literally just like activate it right now. You don't need my help for that. There. And yeah, as you can see on these statues, you can also see like a whole bunch of horned, like low poly horned boys. Also, there is something I really like to do around here. Oh no, I didn't manage to do it. What I like to do is just like get up on the couch while waiting for her to, you know, get to me. And then in the meantime, just the portal of darkness spawns, and then you have to get up, and it's just like, oh my god. Not again. Okay, and it's evaporated. So now we can sit down. So let me see. That one is already open. So these little thingies, they always need the both of you to stand on top of it to activate. There's only a couple of these throughout the game. I don't know if it's just her that needs to be on top of it, or is it like the both of you needs to be on top of it. But she's not gonna get up on it without you, so may as well just be both of you. Yeah, see the sound like cut off weirdly. I'm just gonna wait for the cutscene to play out. Okay, can I finally lit the candles? There we go. Now, this place is very, very tricky on the PS2. Or at least the last time I played it. And like basically every single time I played it. Because like the bloom effect is very strong in here. By the way, we don't need to do anything with this. This is already in good position. But like the contrast between within the shadow is very, very, very low. So it's almost impossible to see that there is a ladder on the left side of this wall. Because it also blends in perfectly with the textures on the walls. Here I think they actually attempted to make it a little bit more obvious by adding a bit of a shadow behind it. Still, if you're looking at it from far away, it is very hard to notice. You can notice it from the inside of this location, but from the outside it's kind of tricky. I'm trying to push her off. Just push. There we go. Otherwise, she's not gonna want to get off of this, and I messed it up. If I manage to get up to the first one in time, okay, it's good enough. Because I can relight it over here. Yeah, because if you leave her there, she's just going to refuse to get to you from this platform, because according to her, this is like, oh no, this is a dangerous drop. But she will not refuse to. Oh no, that's also not working. Okay, girl. Yeah. Just more. It's just the tiny bit more to the. Can't win. Maybe try to get up here a little bit more, so you slide off. You see, her pathfinding it's special. Well, I was trying to be ahead of the curve, but that's just not gonna work. Yeah, I just need to get down here so she has the reference of like, oh no, I have to get down there. Okay, and now we gain access to the sword, which was a trap, obviously. No, don't get off. Just face that way. It's a little bit tricky to get the correct swing. But the last hit of the free hit combo, when like facing a direction, that one does it too. Now before anybody notices that we're doing shenanigans, let's move on. Now this thing is like straight out of Tomb Raider. The trick to this one is that you can't let your feet touch the water. Let's see. So always walk on top of the ledges as opposed to hanging off of them, or at least when you're all the way down next to the water. Because the moment that you touch it, then you just slide off completely. In terms of how fast you move, I'm not sure if like shimmying is faster or slower than, yeah, like see for example here, if I were to walk all the way to the edge like that, I would fall down. It seems about the same speed when you're hanging off or shimmying. And we also want to go over here to disable the water. Now what I find unrealistic is that we'll just get over there. There we go. This should still be slippery as hell. You should not be able to climb it, especially on your naked feet. By the way, the game stops you every time these are about to appear, so you can't really fall off unless you try to go to the left or right. Now here's something very nasty. Oh no, my stick is still over here. I didn't notice it before. That makes things easier. The moment that you relight those two, I believe there is an enemy spawn. And at that moment, you are always equipped with just a stick. Also, don't forget to pick up your sword again, because you can absolutely move forward without it. Thankfully, everywhere that you actually need to use it in order to progress, the game is just going to give you one. There's just going to be one from now on. It's still better to always have that by default, because wherever you do need to have fire, it will also just give you the wherever you need fire, it will also just give you regular sticks. Oh no, it's not here, I guess. Oh no, she's over here. Don't bother. No. We're leaving. It's okay. So this one may look nasty, but it's actually somewhat helpful whenever she does get caught, because that means you don't have to drag her along all the way to the end. And also this serves as a show of that now you have now you're much more powerful with the sword. Enemies don't take nearly as many hits to defeat. No, don't jump off of there. That's the worst. Okay, which one are you taking it her to? And get. Stop it. Okay. And now the most annoying ladder in the game, because Yorda will keep going up and down on it constantly. Oopsies. That's not what I wanted to do. Maybe I can just leave her there for a moment. I always bring her along here, but maybe that's just not necessary. Yeah, okay, that's what happens. Even if there wasn't any portal, they're just gonna make one. But this was still way easier than waiting for her to get up there. Okay, so this path is now open. And this leads back to the room with the chandelier, but that's not what we're interested in. Now this one, I'm not sure what is the intention on how you're supposed to do this, because every time I do this puzzle, it is so janky. Yeah, I think this is the intention, because like otherwise I try climbing up on top of the thing, which you can. It doesn't seem like you're supposed to, but you can. And then try to slice it on at the coil over here. Like over here, but it just doesn't work. Because it only wants the slice point to be over here. Doesn't matter. That reminds me, I need to actually like edit that out from my recording, because I was trying this for way too many times. Now here, despite the fact that we have cleared up this spawn before, there is a new one. But yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. Yeah, you can have a No, I said I'm not bothering with this. God, mother. Which part of grab do you not understand? Okay, I guess I took care of them anyway. They're not gonna bother us anymore. Because you actually need to come back to this place more than once. Don't be scared. So now that we have this, we can get up here, but don't get in on this window. That's not important. What's more important is the window that's way above there. It's a little bit tricky because, like, you can't really see that window very easily from where you're standing, unless you're manipulating the camera. And I mean, the window downstairs is way more obvious. It's like, okay, that's where I need to get to. Especially since without the chain, you weren't able to get to it before. Oh, you can actually drop it on her head, by the way. It is possible. I've done it. She just moves slightly to the right or left. I think it's just like she gets attacked. It's this basically the same animation as if she got attacked. But it's very difficult to stage that. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to beat this section, but this is how I like to do it. Yeah, so this is a save point that we can't quite use right now. And here, yeah. We need to get this up to the level where we were just at. And Yorda is right over there. And what we need to do now is just bring her downstairs. Push her out, or just like, get out of here, girl. We don't want you here. Girl, I said we didn't want you here. I mean, I can pretty reliably just like take her downstairs and make sure she doesn't get on with me. It's just funny when she gets in on it anyway. And I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to get to the other side of here, but this way works too. And there is also a box that you can use in order to like get up on like make an easier way back or something, but you don't really need it. Where is she? We ain't got all day. By the way, this is exactly the location where it's very easy to leave her behind on accident, because she's not necessary for anything in this area aside from a secret, which we're gonna do here, and I'm gonna need to remember to make a separate save. To make a separate save in, like, right next to this. Or rather, keep saving from a different spot, because I need to have this on recording later. I don't know what it is about, like, grabbing the shimmying ledge that's so difficult in this particular location, but it's just like, it just doesn't want to grab. Okay, and this is one of... I remember when I first played this game, this timing was very difficult for me to get. It's still a little bit tricky. There we go. But I remember spending like a long time here and being like, what am I even doing wrong? And then it's followed by the worst puzzle in the game. But not yet. First we're going to get a ball from the tree, obviously. Open the doors. And push a block while we're at it, because may as well do it now. Makes it easier for later. You can do it later, but then you have to push it manually all the way down. So now we need to make sure that we don't both stand on the button at first. Easiest way to do is just to not walk through the middle. And the trick to this puzzle, because you can do it two ways. You can either try to legitimately do it, or just put it like right here. Put it like right here, and the moment that the secret gets initiated, it's done. Like the puzzle is done. Otherwise, it is possible to fuck it up, and then I don't think another ball can spawn. It's a little bit mean. See, it just like falls right in there, and that solves the puzzle. And that gives us the lightsaber. Which replaces our regular sword, and if we are holding hands with the girl, it becomes longer. And also just the way he holds it, it's just the perfect innuendo sword. But yeah, now time for the worst puzzle in the game. And it's done. At this point I've done it so many times that it's just like... You'll always remember the worst ones, and then when you try to tell people like this is fucking impossible, and it's just like you do it in one go. You see, it's because she's full of mystical power. That's what happens. She's full of the Force. And it even makes like the noise. Hold on. Okay, now, let's not do that, because I was about to say we can't actually safely drop all the way down there because there is no more water. Let's see how good this thing is at defeating enemies. But first, I need to make a save, specifically on a different slot, so I can use this one for recording. Let's use the number 2 from now on. Okay, girl, go over here. I need your help. And they just go down like flies. But it's very difficult to actually like swing this while holding onto her, because any harder swing and it's just like goes off somewhere else. Come on. No. American version of the HD collection is the same as the European version, because like the lightsaber is in both the original lightsaber is in the European and Japanese PS2 version, and in all of the PS3 versions. So the lightsaber is absolutely there. You just need to do it on the... You can only get it on the second playthrough. On the New Game Plus. But honestly, the lightsaber is a little bit... how would you say it? At the point of the game when you get it, there actually isn't that many enemies to fight anymore. Like, you get it 2/3 through the game, give or take. Oh, by the way, also in the same location, if you are on the regular game, you can do the same secret. It just gives you a different, it gives you a different weapon. It gives you like a mace at the end of a sword. That one's also very powerful. But that's like the first playthrough, and on the subsequent ones in the, what they call the international release, which is, well, the Japanese and the European version, as well as the PS3 version, you get the lightsaber. Yeah, saving on the second one from now on. I also like the little detail that whenever you are not holding hands with Yorda, this lightsaber is even shorter than a regular, than your regular sword. Not by much, but just enough that you are gonna notice. That was much faster than... Oh, that was unfortunate. Yeah, let's continue. That was unfortunate. No, I don't remember them spawning this quickly. I thought it would... Like, I don't... Literally, I played through this section earlier today, and I'm pretty sure it took a little bit of time for the enemies to appear after I did that. Okay, I guess now they just start appearing straight away. Oh, come on, where are you going? But yeah, with the lightsaber, they literally get killed in one hit or two hits. Even behind the wall. Haha. I don't even need to be close to you. Yeah, get on my level, girl. Get on my level. Get here. Just get over here, please. What are you doing? Yeah, like I said, it's literally for just the last third of the game, give or take, that you get access to this. And you don't even get to use it all the time. Because, like, the final stretch of the game, you don't use a weapon at all. Like, hilariously, for all of the hardest enemy encounters in the game, you have to use a freaking plank. Get over here. Actually, I want to check something real quick, because there is actually a very subtle difference between, like, pulling and pushing. Pushing is very slightly faster, and I think there is also a difference, like, on different spots. So, like, for example, here, if I'm on the outside of this, I can push it much faster than when I'm on the inside part of this thing, which is a nice detail. But also, there is like scene transition here, and I'm curious if this keeps track of, like, where exactly I'm standing. No, actually, I think pulling and pushing is the same speed. It's just difference depending on. No, they change if you're pushing this, it's just going to stay in the pushing animation. But I guess if you're pulling it, they reset it. Okay, now this is like my most dreaded part of the game. Not even because it's difficult, but it's there is like a certain aspect of it that makes it very tricky. Just in terms of remembering to do stuff, because it makes it very easy to just like leave your weapons, your secret weapons, accidentally behind in a place where you can never get back to. I mean, I think you can actually get back to here, but you wouldn't really wanna have to. But yeah, I'll let you know when it happens. Okay, so here We wanna get up on this. And push this. Now here, I know she can jump over this gap on her own, but she just doesn't want to do it unless I'm close to it. There we go. We don't actually need to have her do it any faster. Now this is exactly the place I was talking about, because here you need to switch out your brand spanking new lightsaber for a stick. And that's because you need to light some bombs. And it's a bit of a tricky puzzle, because I think it's possible for you to like throw the bomb over there and then climb up there to like light it, but I never done it like that. It's easier to do it like this. And also, I don't know if your fire can last that long. And the important thing to do now is to actually go back and pick up your lightsaber. Because if you leave it here, you're not coming back. I mean, I think you're coming back, but also it wouldn't be worth it. It would be a horrendous detour. No, not falling off the edge over there. We're not doing this. I shit you not. Like, I was recently recording this game, and I recorded it twice over, because the first time the playthrough was just fucking cursed. This section that I'm in on right now, I took like, I want to say like more than 20 attempts at it, spread across like 5 days or so, and I would just get tired and annoyed with it and would quit, and just had to keep repeating this section, and every time I would mess it up in like a new and infuriating way. And then I just abandoned that playthrough and just started a new one instead. Because I was just like, yeah, that one is cursed. Just delete everything. Just delete everything. It's just not worth it. I mean, it's not a very long game anyway. It takes roughly 3 hours and a little bit to beat. Just get in between the horns. Yeah, I would die 5 times in a row, get sad, get a popsicle, fall asleep, go back to it, do the same thing. Okay, Okay, can you jump over here? Girl. I know you can jump over there. Don't give me that. I've seen you do it. Because what it is the moment that I get over there, enemies are gonna start spawning. Yeah, she's just refusing to do it. Yeah, see what I mean? Thankfully. I have the lights. I had the lights. No, don't do it. Emmanuel, don't do it. There we go. You were literally right over here, girl. You could have just walked up to it. It's not like you don't know what these do. Yeah, so, yeah, this bridge is not complete yet. I swear, on one of these bridges, there was a spawn of enemies, like, going up to the spot, as opposed to, like, going away from it after you're done. Maybe they changed it in this version? Because I remember specifically, like, running all the way to the end of this just to, like, activate the thing and killing all the enemies all at once. It just made it easier. I may just be misremembering this, but I think that's how it was on the PS2 version. Not a huge difference, but it is something. It could also not be true. I could also be misremembering stuff. That's entirely possible. So this place is basically a mirror of the previous one with some small changes. I don't believe there is an enemy spawn over here. But what I do know is we can immediately open everything here. Okay. Let's see, can I? Yeah, no, I cannot actually. I have to jump up and... I said I have to jump up and there we go. I thought maybe I could do the free hit combo while holding her, but now he lets go of her hands by the time it gets to it. Now, how about by... Why would you... Okay. So this will be it for now. Next time, which is maybe tomorrow or so, I'm going to finish this game because it's getting quite late and I need to get up tomorrow pretty early. So yeah, that was a fun stream. Next time we'll be finishing the game. Like I said, it's not very long. It's like 3.5 hours or so. That is assuming you don't get stuck for like a week on one platforming section. That's not even very difficult. You just keep forgetting to pick up your lightsaber, and then you feel stupid. Okay, thank you, and you also